Welcome to Date Night Podcast.
A tabletop role-playing game podcast set in the homebrew world of Volyanaya.
Let's explore a whole new world together.
Welcome back to the Potato Crew. I'm Mike, the DM of this mini-campaign.
Woohoo!
Last time, our adventurers awoke to find that their companion, Thüt, was incapable of waking from some kind of deep slumber. After taking care of him as best they were able, they arrived in the small harbor village of Torbarhun and saw that it was largely abandoned, its inhabitants having left to join a horrible cult of monster worshippers led by a couple more targets off of Maryna's dark list. Our adventurers, minus their Goliath friend, were able to infiltrate the cult and, due to some very well-placed abilities and some terrible rolling on my part, completely negate my challenge rating of nearly twice their level. You bastards. They easily defeated the cultist leaders, and Maryna was able to cross 2 more names off of her list. Having seen their messianic idol destroyed by wanderers, the cult disbanded and began to go their separate ways. The party did attempt to talk to a few of them, but were largely met with shocked silence. Does that bring us up to speed?
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah, all right.
And when we were heading back at the end of last time.
Then let's get back to our story. So the two of you, along with Tracy and Brazine the Azer, are walking the long journey back from the shrine, along with a couple of the cultists that you presume are from Torbarhun. Despite your best efforts, neither of them really say much of anything to you, other than some small talk about the heat, and even then...
Best efforts.
Well, I mean...
Best effort to not talk to them.
Well, there's Tracy. She's pretty talkative, and of course, Wellby over here.
Wellby's a little bit less talkative, I think, on the way back after all this.
Yeah, that's fair.
Than usual.
Well, Tracy is a chatterbox then, but yeah, nobody really talks. It's fairly quiet. But even small talk doesn't seem to last very long. They seem to be very much in shock. They sleep when you guys sleep. They eat a little bit at meals, and they kind of drink sort of the bare minimum. The strain is very evident on their faces, but they continue to simply slog along in a daze alongside you. Is there anything that you two would like to do before we return to town?
I think I would like to talk to Brazine, who I haven't really spoken to too much. I think by this point I've sort of divined he's also a cleric, just based on our encounter.
Sure.
And I sort of had a couple of questions for him, I think. So one night, as I guess he doesn't really get ready to go to bed, but as everybody else is, I'd try to get him by himself and just say, hey, there, big fella. Can I ask you something?
So you hear as he slogs his way through the sand, this sort of dull groan of metal. Hello.
Listen, you're a cleric, right?
Yes, that's the best description.
Are you used to, I don't know, sort of your gods helping in a scrap?
How else would I do what I do? It's... The light within me is my life force. It's everything that causes me to be.
So you've always had it?
Since my creation, yes.
It's all sort of new to me. I mean, not the praying, but more of, well, you saw what happened when we went down sort of into that temple, right?
Yes, it was terrible.
I'm used to sort of, I guess, the gods being a little more hands-off in my life. And when I was walking down there and there were those sort of zombie-type things, or whatever they were, I just sort of was looking for a little bit of the same light that I saw when I was in prison in the deep darkness. And then all of a sudden, those fellas, if you can call them fellas, were ash. And I've never had that happen before. I was trying to keep, a little bit of a low profile on that. Might not be a bad thing if Maryna thinks I can handle myself, because I think she can snap me like a twig and might want to.
Probably.
Am I near you?
We're probably a little removed, yeah.
But
Because I probably would have shrugged.
is that usually how it works for you? You call on the gods and they, I don't know, protect you?
Less of a direct influence like you speak of. More of a light within catching, burning, and flowing out through my hands.
Right, that's what that felt like. I think when I was there, sort of a warmth or a lightness, and that's what I was looking for in that dark place. But they've started talking to me. Is that normal?
It can be. Or maybe you are going crazy.
That's
But
what I was kind of worried about.
given the power you displayed, I would imagine it's the former.
The formal, the not crazy one.
Not crazy.
Well, let's not settle on that yet. But it's good that there's that option also, I suppose. Does this voice hurt?
Little bit.
Let's do it all at the beginning then. So
At
you don't
least
have
I
any
didn't
voice
do
at the
my
end.
former idea. I would be dead.
I'll start some lyrics and I'll never.
All right, cough break.
All right, back.
I think that's it probably for that conversation.
He puts a giant brass hand on your shoulder. It feels like there's an anvil. You're kind of off to the side a little bit. Wellby, the gods are many and various. Some are cruel, some are benevolent. Others have vague tendencies, and some are very specific. Your relationship with your god is your own. Do your best according to their will, as well as the light within.
Right. Right. Thanks, Brazy.
He keeps walking. I need water. Okay, anything else? Maryna?
I didn't sleep well, but not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Go ahead and make a constitution save for me.
6.
You vomit the dawn that you guys are going to be getting back to the ship. Maryna wakes up and promptly loses whatever was in her stomach, even though you guys have not been eating very much lately.
That's not the first time, is it? Did that happen last time?
She actually
It
made
smells
her con,
fishy.
She made her con save last time, but then she imposed disadvantage on herself because of the fish smells.
Do I have any sense if anything's wrong with her, like from the battle or anything like that? Or
Make a medicine check.
all right,
She wipes her mouth and kicks some sand over it.
well, I guess if it's something you do that I don't even notice,
Are you trying to
maybe
keep it hidden, presumably?
I probably wouldn't have talked about it.
But I mean, are you actively trying to conceal the
Probably a little bit in the sense of not everybody likes to watch other people vomiting.
So I might not know.
Then go
Which
ahead.
would be fine.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me at disadvantage, and I'd like a perception check from you.
It's a sleight of hand vomiting check.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
Perception's 21.
You're probably not going to keep it concealed.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. So you do. What,
My
what
medicine
the roll?
was a 17.
What was the roll, Maryna?
13.
Okay. We'll say with that one, you do hear some very quiet retching,
Okay.
but that's about it.
Cute.
Cute.
I saw quiet retching.
Yeah.
Okay. Maryna, you all right? We don't. Do you need extra water? I mean, we don't have. I can make more
No.
if we need it.
Sorry, after Winston.
What was your medicine check? Sorry,
17.
17. She looks reasonably healthy, but there is the doubt in the back of your mind. You guys have been in the desert for a few days now. Maybe she's dehydrated or
Right. Okay.
Okay.
I am fine.
All right.
I have
Just
enough
keep-
water,
Make sure you keep drinking out here.
of course.
Fine. As I'll walk about 20 feet away, let her get ahead of me.
Are we good? Anything else y'all want to do before we get back to the ship?
Probably not,
Okay, Maryna? No?
especially if the former cultists are quiet.
Thüt,
Toot.
you drift in silence. There are no eyes before you, no breathing. There's no up nor down. You reach up to your chest, and only then do you have some point of reference as you clearly feel your heart beating and your lungs drawing air. Slowly, the whispers begin. Interloper, thief, lesser creature. It plays God, it knows not. Fragile child. It thinks it owns power. It thinks itself special. A corpse unknowing it's already dead. The deep compels you, it knows you not, but its will owns you. It comes, soon it comes, and it will reclaim that which is stolen. Run, child, run, prepare for your doom. Bow and wish for death, interloper, faithless one, infant. The others are weak. Kill them all. The weak are ripped and torn away. Kill them all. And you awaken. Something in you stirs. Something within you stirs, and you feel instantly awake, and oddly stronger than you were before you went to sleep. But as your vision does come to clarity, you see Umu, the Mosin, lying in his hammock, an antler broken off and a deep red gash across his midsection. There's a streak along from where he is to the middle of the floor. He seems to have dragged himself over to his sleeping area. Make a medicine check for me.
It's not good.
Okay.
For
funsies, what is it?
4.
4. He's
For
probably dead with that medicine check.
Looks dead.
This doesn't bode well for visiting
I'll
the
poke
future.
at him.
You'll poke at him?
Yeah.
Okay. He does stir a little bit, but does not wake.
Just kind of pat him
Oh, God, that's my wound.
and with a 4 message. Yeah. And I guess I wouldn't even know I was on the boat.
Yeah, if
Last we were here, I was in a camp.
yeah, you guys did go down to the boat.
Oh,
but-
okay. Yeah.
But you probably would remember going to sleep on the boat.
Got it.
Okay. It's been a few days, but that's what you remember last.
Sure. I guess I'll go up. Am I below deck, or like, how's that working?
You're in what the storage area is. There's hammocks lined along the side of the
Sure.
boat under the top deck.
Yeah, so I'll go up.
Okay. When you do get up to the top deck, you see it's not the camp where you guys left. It's a small, pretty much abandoned town, and you don't notice any. Actually, tell you what. Go ahead and make another perception check for me.
It's not good.
You don't see anybody. Anybody at all.
Hold on. What is it actually? Why can't I do anything right now? I can't read. It's 5. It's 5.
It's 5. Yeah.
He just put his glasses back on.
If only Thüt had glasses as well. No,
Right.
you don't see any other people on deck.
I feel like I'm instantly thinking like I might have killed the moose, and maybe everyone else.
That is certainly possible.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. I'd like to look around for more signs of conflict.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me.
It's hopefully better. Let's see. It's 14.
14. Okay. There are no signs of struggle other than what you saw coming out of Umu. Underneath the deck, there's no signs of struggle on the top deck. There is at the bottom of the gangplank an unconscious Captain Perici, and with a 14, that's all you get for right now. But there's just to set it up, I showed them the map last time. It's a tiny little town. There's like 4 buildings. There's a tiny little fishing pier for which the trash fire is at the end of, with the gangplank going down to it. So you could go down into the town if you would like to and see what you can see.
Yeah, I will go to the Perici.
Okay. So he's right at the bottom of the gangplank at the end of the dock.
So I kind of I approach kind of hands up, don't shoot kind of way.
He's lying down, appears
Yeah.
to be unconscious.
Yeah, still,
Okay.
because he might be playing me now.
Right.
Is the thing.
Okay.
Hi, hello, friend. Questioning.
There's no reply.
I kick him.
I'm going to keep your earlier medicine check, too.
That's
so,
fine.
yeah.
I kick him.
Oh, my friend. What, where am I?
Oh, good friend. Okay. We were with me, right? The whole time.
Yes, I seem to. What are the others?
Where are we?
We are in Torberhan.
Where?
Torberhan.
Okay. Why?
They came here for. Where is Talia? I need Talia.
It's just the moose, and he's not doing well. Umu.
Preachy gets up slowly. You can tell he's kind of.
I'll help him assist.
Show me Umu.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll drag him up.
Okay.
And what happened to you?
I do not remember. There was a flash of steel. There was just I need Talia. I need to see Talia, and I need to see Umu.
So it wasn't me?
He kind of stops for a second and looks up at you. That's not bad. No, I would have remembered it if it was you. Get me inside, please.
All right, then I'll shuffle him in, and I guess, I'll get water.
Sure. As you reach the top of the gangplank, you two arrive, just crest over the dune, and you see Thüt and Perici kind of, arm in arm, not scuffling, but
Or skipping.
Shuffling?
yeah, shuffling. That's the good word. Shuffling across.
I think the big one's awake, and he's scuffling up there across the deck.
I think that is called shuffling.
Oh, yeah, all right, shuffling.
Give me 2 perception checks, please.
18.
17.
Ha, I saw better than you. I'm taller.
Let me double
Shorty.
check here.
That's okay. I thought the dice was a 1 at first, but then I could see it was the 12.
I forgot to open.
It was just the white. I got to roll the black.
Let's see who's
I was sitting here going.
not you, and where's perception? Not you either. Okay, Brazine is the only one who seems to notice something, and even though he doesn't have eyelids, the flames in his eyes seems to get a little bit wider, and he takes off running. Go.
What direction?
Towards the ship.
Look around and start running too.
Sure, a good 30 feet behind Brazine.
Brazine, what you doing? And Tracy takes off as well. Man, I am not okay.
Cough break.
I didn't know that metal guy could run like that.
As you guys are following Brazine, and you get to the sort of the edge of town, and off to the left in the salt shack, you see Talia laying down.
Yeah, I'm going that way.
Okay, make another medicine check for me.
Okay.
Brazine's at her side at this point, since he got a little head start on you guys.
19.
Her throat has been cut, and she's been dead for hours. There's also a dagger in her chest, a horrifying way of holding a note in place so it does not blow away in the wind. On it is written, "For the servant girl."
I'm just still, I guess, on my knees next to Talia, trying to help her. I'm probably casting, even though I know she's dead, out of my prayer beads, cure wounds.
Okay, go ahead and roll the
It counts as second level out of the prayer beads.
All right.
When it's out of the prayer beads, does it still get my wisdom modifier added to it like
I'm
it
going to say,
usually
I'm
would?
gonna say yeah.
11. 16.
Okay. The wound around her neck does seem to close and form a noticeable scar, but it is still there. And since nobody took the dagger out of her chest, the wound that it created has now closed around the metal.
Ew. All right. Talia. Talia.
There is no response.
Is everybody over here, or did people go toward the ship, or what?
Yes, all four of you are huddled around Talia. No sign of the old women, by the way.
She has been dead for hours.
I'm just frozen.
Who could have done this to her? Wait, is that a note there? Tracy reaches down and, as gently as you can, pull a dagger out of somebody's sternum, removes it, and takes the note off of the dagger. To the servant girl. Who is the servant girl?
I don't want it.
I'll pick it up.
Okay.
I just don't want it.
Was Talia a servant?
It's for me and I don't want it.
It's for you. She's dead. And this is for you? Read the fucking note.
I guess theoretically I should read this aloud.
Well, audio podcast and all that.
I can cut that.
Or not. That's really what your character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your character
True.
or not.
Everybody
Cough
stands
break.
around awkwardly for about 45, 50 seconds.
I'm still just probably kneeling down by Talia.
Come on, love. What's it say?
I'm still reading. Shush.
Man, I couldn't have planned this bit any better.
I don't think she can read.
I can.
Which one was he?
Which one was who? What, huh?
That one.
Yeah, that helps.
My shield's out
Nickel was
eventually
David.
as I brush the sand
Oh,
out
that's
of its
right.
ears.
The fairy werewolf. Which was
The fairy
They're
werewolf.
all fake creatures, really.
Yeah.
They're all woodsies creatures.
fairy. Ferry.
We're all equal in Woodsy's eye.
Especially if you have glitter.
It's truth. You'd start reading.
It's not my fault. I didn't choose this font.
I didn't know how else to make it look like actual handwriting.
Write it.
No, I'm not writing. She wouldn't be able to
I
read.
am a layman.
Who do you think I'm married to?
She wouldn't be able to read that any better than that cursive font I found.
Who do you think I'm married to again?
I mean, just
I have to send pictures of the grocery list. What does this say? Apples.
it says
Oh.
a magnitude 8.7 and earthquake is coming soon. I have a feeling a lot of this is getting cut.
Yeah.
No way, really?
Why? So far, the best jokes have been visual cues. That's working well. And don't worry, I get it. Just don't get it.
I'm looking around.
Okay.
If there's any signs of tracks. If it's somebody said she's been dead for days, I guess I'm not maybe actively looking for a threat, but I guess I would scan around to see if there's anybody else I can see.
Sure. Make an investigation check for me. Are you moving around the town, or are you staying kind of
No,
in
I'm
the same
staying
place?
where I am and just kind of looking in the general area at the ground and doing just a quick scan, I guess. It's a 12.
12. The door to the tavern inn saloon looking thing, it does seem to have been ripped off its hinges.
All right. While she's reading the note, then if it takes a little while. I guess I'll walk up to the door and
Okay.
look in.
Berzine's going to go with you. Tracy is staying next to Talia for now.
Okay. I'm just going to look in. I'm not necessarily going to go in.
We'll go and stick with that investigation.
Sure.
The bodies of the two old women are in the middle of the floor.
I go and inspect them and see if they're still alive.
They are very, very dead. Both having large wounds in their midsection.
They got Lelma and Thüt too.
I'm so happy you remembered that.
And I just kind of go back outside over next to the wall and put my back against the wall and just kind of slide down and sit on the ground.
The two cultists, by the way, that came here with you guys are in a state of shock, just frozen, staring at the...
So exactly the same.
Yeah, they've been generally helpful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you two are still here.
The one that may have been Thüt's son does drift into the saloon and sort of sink down beside his mother, and he's crying freely at this point.
Yeah. I'd say Wellby probably is too.
Looking at the list to see who it is that's standing next to me still.
Sure.
Not the one laying dead on the ground.
Right.
Okay, so Maryna has finished reading the note. They killed my daughter. I am killing them. They are afraid that I will kill more of them.
Who are they?
This one is Lady Fedosi Shesriath,
How do you know that?
because I can read.
Now established as canon, finally.
Could have fooled me.
Shesriath, ain't she from Chiron? Well, considering your list is called the 10 Lords of Chiron, and she's
You
one-
didn't tell me that part.
Yes, I did.
It's canon now.
By the way, the list is called the 10 Lords of Chiron.
Okay, thank you. You just said a list. Oh, wait, that's Potato Crew. That's not the mic chat where he gave me the list however many months ago.
So, they killed Talia, maybe Lelma and Thüt. What about the rest of the crew? Because of... to get to you. Look, we haven't been together long. I don't know if all the folks around you are starting to die, if it's necessarily the best thing to continue this, but I do at least have a question that I would like to ask you that's been weighing heavy on my mind since we left the temple in the desert. Your weapon. All right.
Which weapon? I have 3.
You know which weapon. The one that was a veritable straw in the desert that sucked up a swimming pool of blood. That's the weapon I'm talking about, not the other one. Not the one that, you could buy at the market.
But it's a +1.
The werewolf was one thing. Little bit of blood going into a weapon, sure. That's expected. But the next time, the whole pit full of... Well, you saw it. And now it's presumably in there somewhere. Now
Pick it up and shake it a little bit.
these women in the city, the last 2 here, are dead. Talia is dead. And it's because of, we see, you. Who are you? And what is that weapon?
I am a servant girl. Woman. Whatever this note says.
So it's for cleaning. So get the blood out of the carpets. I'm walking to the ship.
Okay.
That's what it's for.
We're going to switch back over to Thüt here.
That's what it's for.
You guys get below. You guys get below deck. And by the way, you now notice an inscription. It's called OxyClean. No, you get below deck. Perici goes over to Umu. He does still kind of stumble and stagger and kind of falls over. He is still breathing. This is good. I do not have any healing myself. Do you know any healing?
I thought he was dead. As a powerful wizard, no.
Where is Talia? Talia could take care of these.
I can help you find Talia.
Okay.
I can do this for you.
Yes, we must go. Help me.
Maybe you tend to him?
I have no skill in such matters.
Fair.
I need to find Talia.
I feel like you're going to slow me down.
He
So I can just carry
He kind
you?
of feels his head.
I can carry you.
He kind of feels his head. You know what? You may be correct. You go ahead. I will find my own way. I may go to the wheel. That is my head injury, not Mike forgetting what it is called.
You're Dane Bramage.
Go ahead.
I have been called that before.
Go ahead, friend.
Right. So yeah, I'll go back up top and go down the
Gangplank.
gangplank.
At which point,
Dane Bramage and
you
all.
all see each other.
Just stop at the bottom of the gangplank and just freeze, like unsure of what Thüt is up to.
I feel like I've probably got moose blood on my hands.
Yeah, you carry
With that medicine
carry the
check,
captain.
yeah, you've rummaged around a little bit.
Yeah.
The captain was leaning on you with his head injury.
Yep.
Sure.
I'll start. The captain is with the moose, Moose, and they're not well. So if you
All right, I start going up.
can heal them, we're looking for Talia. As you go up, kind of.
I just go below deck where he says that they're going.
Okay. As you get below deck, you see Perici. He's
Start yelling her
He's
name.
attempted to get up, has not been able to. It appears his head injury is actually fairly severe, and you've been rolling much better on medicine checks. Umu's alive, but
Okay.
it's an old wound. He'll probably pull through.
I think I'll still probably try to spend a moment healing each of them.
Okay.
Since Perici's kind of there and seemed like he was awake, I'd probably notice him first.
Oh, Wellby, my friend.
I'll cast healing word on him. Do
That's
I have
right.
to
I
roll?
forgot you were a cleric as well.
But I'll heal him. I don't know if the numbers matter. But first I'll do that.
Okay.
Saul,
He seems to steady, and his eyes kind of clear. The fog sort of lifts.
what happened?
I do not remember much, but what I do remember was there was a flash of steel and a bright light, and then everything went dark. Umu does kind of stir in his cot, but he doesn't seem to wake up yet.
I think I'll spend a moment and use healing word on Umu as well. Just sort of go over and whisper to him and tell him something nice about mushrooms in
Okay.
hopes that it will wake him up.
He does stir. Ooh, what happened?
That's what we're trying to figure out here, pal.
Captain, did that drow fella ever find you? He had a question for you. Drow? I do not remember a drow. Perhaps this is our assailant. Where is Talia? We must go find her.
Talia!
He starts walking back up to the
I'm going to use
deck.
my channel divinity.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to read Sal Perici's thoughts.
Okay.
So he has to make a wisdom saving throw. 16.
Are you, Captain Perici? Your wisdom's not terrible. He still fails, though.
Okay. If a creature fails its save, you can read its surface thoughts, those foremost in its mind, reflecting its current emotions, what it's actively thinking about for the next minute. During that time, you can use your action to end the effect and cast the suggestion spell on the creature without expending a spell slot, and it automatically fails. I don't know if I'm going to the suggestion. I'm
Okay.
just trying to read his mind for now.
Hi, thanks for listening to the Date Night Podcast with me, Amy. If you like the show, we can really use your help to spread the word. Share the show with a friend or a family member who you think might enjoy the story. You can also help by following us on social media like Facebook and Twitter at Date Night Podcast and sharing our posts from there. That's also the best way to follow our giveaways and announcements about the show. Now, back to the action.
Okay. The captain is like a storm brewing on the horizon. It seems calm, but once you get beneath the surface, there is extremes of emotional sway. Panic, fear, anger, hopelessness, proceeding back to reassurance, joy, a calm, and then right back again. He seems to be a just complete shitstorm of stuff, but one thing pervades everything. Talia. Need Talia.
As he's... where is he going? Is he storming
He's going
off the
back
ship?
up front.
I'm going to try to follow along and ask him again while he's walking. It's important. You're just back now. You might lose it. What do you remember?
I have told you everything that I remember. I remember a flash of steel and a bright light. If I had to guess, this was him hitting me in the back of the head. If this
Who?
is this, I do not know. I did not see him. But if Umu is to be believed, it was a drow. Get out of my way.
And he sort of pushes past you and keeps going. Brazine stands at the bottom of the gangplank, sort of hands up, not in a stopping, but more of a placating gesture.
Captain, you need to hear something. Get out of my way, Brazine.
Let him see.
Brazine just kind of ducks his head, moves to the side.
I'm
Perici-
still running around screaming her name.
There you
looking
go.
for her.
Perici does move a bit further until he notices Tracy and what Tracy is kneeling next to. And he breaks off in a full sprint. A scream rips out of his throat that could not be called human despite its source. And he goes over and collapses next to her, still conscious but down on his knees, picks up her head and proceeds to emotionally dump not Niagara Falls. We're in a fantasy setting. Large streams of water come out of his eyes.
No, this could not. No, but Talia, I can't.
And he's incoherent.
I think I'm still on the ship.
Do I
I
see
don't
them?
want to be that close to him.
Are you how committed are you to running around like a crazy person?
Not.
Make a perception check for me. We're gonna let the dice decide.
Hey, it's good.
That is
It's
good.
17.
Hey, you found him.
Talia. Oh,
Have I met the big brass thing before?
Yes, he was
Okay.
at the camp.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I'm
He didn't
sorry.
talk much that day.
Right. So not good. I look at the brass man. Brazier.
no.
What kind of relationship did they have? He's been talking about her since I woke up. I found him laying on the ground. Where did you go? What's happening?
There are many questions that need to be answered.
He said it wasn't me.
I love Thüt. Sorry.
She was his anchor, his mooring point in a storm. We were in the desert taking care of a cult.
Like nurturing?
No, ending
I missed that.
a festering wound that needed to be culled.
All right. Good for you.
Everybody make another perception check for me.
Even if I'm up on the ship?
Yes,
It's 2.
especially if you're on. It's actually the DC's lower if they're on the ship.
Uh-oh.
You see 2?
10.
Damn, you blind, son. What?
10.
Okay.
Not nat 20.
Not nat 20.
Looking
You two-
anywhere except Talia and Barichi.
You two happen to see a ship not on the horizon, but not far from it.
What kind of ship?
Sailing away.
A big guy,
Difficult
little
to
guy?
see at range,
Sure.
but big enough that you can still see it.
Okay.
Barichi, there is a ship leaving out there.
You would see probably 2 masts with a 20.
I see a two-masted ship leaving out there.
But Brazine, help me.
Brazine, pull out your telescopic eyes.
I cannot lift her. We must get her aboard.
Brazine comes over, scoops her up like a rag doll, and just everybody gets back to the ship. Parichi sprints to the wheel and starts hollering at all of you to get on board, basically move your asses.
Sure.
I presume we're all going?
Yeah.
As
Okay.
Parichi gets near the ship, I go below deck.
Okay. All right.
I'm kind of scared of him after I saw what he felt like.
That is perfectly okay, my friend.
All right. So you guys get on board. More lines are thrown off. The ship starts to pull away. Anybody who's above deck would hear. By the way, Umu stays below deck in his condition. He's better, but not better.
I
Is
guess
he
I'm
ever really better?
talking to him if he's below there a little bit, maybe trying to get any information, but it seems like I probably got what I could get.
Did we get into some sort of a kerfluffle?
I've no idea, but I'm just kind of fiddle with the shield. It's like,
Tracy, lower the pull up the sails. Brazine, go turn it on. Yay, Captain.
Tracy runs. He starts pulling the sails. The sails were down, and now they are slowly retracting up into their stowed positions. Brazine runs below deck, which you see him nearly splintering the stairs as he comes down, turns and goes into that room that you guys were not allowed into.
okay.
And in a moment, all of you hear sort of like the THX intro at the movies.
The audience is now deaf.
And the ship begins to move under its own power and moves surprisingly fast under its own power. Brazine comes back up onto the top deck, and the captain says,
It will be a couple of hours before we can reach them. But everyone, prepare for battle.
and that's probably the last thing he says. Brazine looks at you.
Do you mind helping me?
No.
Follow. Boom, 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 boom.
And he shows you where a large pile of ballista bolts are. And the two of you proceed to carry bundles of them to. There are 4 ballistas on the front of the ship.
Mhm.
Josh, if you can lay this out for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh. It's already
Did you
done.
say it's going to be a couple hours before we?
Yes.
Okay.
The ship is far away, and the trash fire does move very quickly.
I
But
forgot it was named that.
there is some distance between you and the other ship.
Can I go after maybe I think the captain's fixed at his wheel and
Sure.
things look a little safe? Go up top and see if I can find where Talia is.
Sure. Brazine would have put her down probably below deck
Okay.
before he went to about his
Well,
other
then when I
duties.
see him bring her down
in a
and he
hammock,
leaves,
in her hammock.
I want to go over to Talia.
Okay.
I want to walk up to her. I want to hold her hand. And I want to say, tell me who did this, dear. I'm going to cast Speak with Dead.
Okay. There's a moment where there's not a reply, and then you see her chest. That's 5 questions. If I'm trying to remember.
Target a corpse that has died within the last 10 days. You can ask the corpse up to 5 questions.
Okay.
Answers usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive. It's under no compulsion to offer truthful answer if you're hostile to it.
Right. Okay.
I did not know him.
What did he look like?
He was a dark elf of dark clothing. His hair was white.
Do you have any unfinished business that you'd like me to attend to?
The captain, he can't go back to his old life.
What would he need from me?
Rest. So much rest.
Talia, I'm so sorry. Goodbye.
And she's gone. Okay. A few moments as you guys are sailing out into the harbor. And
I
then-
definitely try to lift more bolts than.
Sure. Make a let's do a contest of strength here.
Cool.
I don't know.
It's
Burning through spells.
Are we just doing straight strength?
straight strength.
Okay, yeah. So no athletics. It's 19.
Okay. You are picking up easily 3 or 4 more per bundle than Brazine.
Yeah,
He doesn't seem to give a shit. But,
I'm sure. Yeah, but I do.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
that.
right. No, absolutely. I get that.
Yeah. Make sure everyone else, especially the 2 newbies, I make sure they notice that.
Okay. Make a performance check.
Oh,
Natural 20. But in case you have to know, because it's probably going to go up from there, 24.
So the two of you, despite everything that's happened,
just
And
go
you-
up to the top of the deck.
you see him. Well, no, because he has to come under deck to get to the bolts, and then you see him again when he comes back up top. It's a sight. He's a very impressive Goliath.
Look at his muscles. I'm in the middle of talking to
And
him.
as he,
Goodbye.
as he keeps going, there appears to be a sheen across his. No, okay.
Bald head,
Yeah.
just glistening in the sun.
Wasn't that 4 questions you had asked Dahlia? So couldn't that be her going,
My last, the question in between was, did you see his muscles?
My gods. What a hunk of ham.
All right. That felt disrespectful for some reason. And we're back.
Welcome to D&D.
Yeah, that's what I do.
D&D stands for disrespecting the dead.
So
Almost works.
as you guys get out of the shallow water of the harbor, you see Perici reach off to his side and pull a lever, just right next to the wheel. But there's a lever on either side of the wheel. He pulls the one on the left, and you feel the water less choppy despite your speed, and then the ship's not rocking in the water anymore.
Marina
Who
looks
wants to
over.
make a? What's everybody's passive perception?
9.
How do you figure that
15.
out again?
15. It's
10 plus your perception modifier.
yeah.
12. But I was looking over the railing.
You two notice within about 30 seconds or so. Then Thüt, you notice within another 2 minutes. The ship's not on the water anymore. You're above the water.
Are there any portholes or anything down here? Or otherwise, I'll probably
Oh, you're
go
still below deck.
top side and
Forget you.
Okay.
You notice almost immediately. You notice after another 2 minutes. You do notice that the rocking has stopped, however.
yeah. If it
It
seems
appears
like the
to be-
ship is
Yeah.
then stationary, I probably will hazard going back up top and look around.
In which case you notice, hey, you're in the air.
Weird.
Because.
I'd ask if he's related to GIF, but I wouldn't know that.
No.
Well, one's a human, one's a
Hippopotamus.
hippo man.
Griff the GIF.
So Brazine does show you, and well, Brazine and Tracy both show you guys how to use the ballistas on the front of the ship. There's a couple of ways you can do this. You can either do a 2-man team per ballista and do 1 turn to load and aim and another turn to fire when combat does begin. And again, we're a little ways away, so you have some time to sort of get used to it. Or you can take a ballista by yourself, in which case it's going to take a turn to aim, a turn to load, a turn to fire. Okay? And
How
when you-
big are these ballista?
they are pretty good size. It looks like it's probably the biggest thing he could get on the ship.
All right. I'm Probably steering clear of those things.
Okay.
I'd probably struggle to do it myself, but
Okay. Well, again, there's options. You can either be the one loading and aiming, or the one firing. Okay. So they show you guys that. I'll leave it up to you if you want to try the ballistas. If you don't want to try the ballistas,
I want to try to do it by myself.
okay. It's
he
gonna take
probably
you
could do it himself.
3 turns. 1 to aim, 1 to load, 1 to aim, 1 to fire.
Okay.
All right.
We're doing that now?
Soon.
Soon. That said, then, since I when we get in close,
Yes.
I want to preemptively bring out the packed weapon and
Okay.
just like smash it into the floor or into the railing nearby.
All right.
Just so I have it there,
Ready to
to go, so I don't have to worry about an action to cast it.
Cool.
Yeah, if we're going to do the final prep, are there other people manning the ballistas if, like, I don't jump onto
Tracy
them?
goes up to her crow's nest.
Okay.
That she seems to be most comfortable with, and you see her laying out arrows, preparing her bow, sort of prepping in that regard. Brazine does go over to a ballista,
All right.
and
Well, we're probably only going to be able to have 2 face there, but if nobody's helping him, him and Thüt will be pretty slow. So we have to decide if we want to help them on the ballista or just be free to do something else. I guess I'm pretty sure I couldn't, like, crank the thing back and load it, but I could potentially fire it
okay.
if I needed to.
I could intimidate the new hires into helping
I'd be
Brazier
willing
and
to.
I.
I'd be willing to help Thüt.
Okay. So you two can pair up. I guess
I'll go over by Brazine and ask him,
I'm never
how are you, how good are you with this, or could you use a hand or something?
I can use a hand with the aiming.
Okay.
Look there.
And he shows you. It's 2 sort of at 90-degree angle gears. One controls the up-down, one controls the left-right. It's not terribly difficult to turn either one of them.
Okay. I just start sort of seeing
Yeah.
how it moves and getting acquainted with it. And if we get close, I'll cast guidance on myself.
Okay. So you probably want to wait a little while because they're still pretty far away.
Yeah, it's a cantrip, so
Okay.
whenever we're within, I don't know, close to striking distance, that's what I'll do.
Roger. Okay. So you guys take time to practice, get a good idea of what you're doing. The captain has not said anything. Tracy has prepared her own little area up there, and Brazine's pretty much been coaching you all through on how to do your individual tasks and jobs and stuff. And the little ship starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you do notice, yes, it is a 2-masted ship. Looks similar in size to the Trash Fire, and it is fairly quick, but you guys are gaining on it. And with that, I'm going to give you guys a surprise round, and then we are going to roll initiative. As Tracy hollers, "They're in range now!"
All right. Well, I suppose we have the thing loaded already.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're aiming, right, and firing,
Okay.
and I'm loading. That's the idea.
Cool. So go ahead and roll. Those of you who are firing, which is going to be Braz and Maryna, your ballista is at a plus
you were
6.
I'm aiming. I don't.
You're not
I
firing.
guess so.
The fire mechanism is a lever.
Okay.
Oh,
If
okay.
Braz can load the bolts into the thing, you can do the other potential jobs.
Okay.
Okay.
What is a what?
It's going to be a plus 6 to hit. So let you two go. With
I do that.
yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Do I get to add? If it's an attack, I don't usually get to add guidance. It's to an ability check.
This is
so-
considered an attack.
So I don't get
It's
that.
an attack roll.
+6.
Plus 6.
Bad.
That's 18.
24.
And it's a ship, so I hope.
24.
24 is good.
All right, and an 18 would hit any of these other spots. Yeah, so
We rip a hole in their hull
both hit.
and it sinks.
Roll 3d10 damage for me, each of you.
Oh boy.
What kind of distance are we looking at? In
Right now,
range?
you
So
are
that's 200
approximately 120 feet.
120 feet. Okay.
That's a 10 and a 1.
I think I can shoot them.
18.
I don't roll 10 very much. A 0 is a 10, right?
Correct.
14. 16.
16 points. What about you?
18.
18.
I can Eldritch Blast them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Me
for
too.
my
You said 14 and 18?
No.
16 and 18. So
16.
34.
34. Thank you.
so I'll use my surprise round to reload.
Good deal.
Okay, and it is now loaded. Braz does the same, and we're going to roll initiative.
Cool. It's usually where I roll really low.
Let's see, natural 20
No.
plus 1, 21.
Okay,
9.
let's see. Thüt's at a 21. Maryna is at a 9. How you doing, Wellby?
16.
16. Move my water. Let's knock that over.
Just have Pirates of the Caribbean music in there.
All right, give me just a second here. I'm gonna go with
I do have the soundtrack
Alright,
on
so
my
I'm
phone,
near one
but
of these
trademarks and all that.
Trademarks.
Captain.
I mean, yeah, in Disney, they'll flag you in a
Not
heartbeat.
sponsored.
Have not sponsor.
Hashtag please sponsor. That's as close as I can get it.
You did a good job.
At least I rolled better than enemy number 1.
He rolled decent.
No, he didn't.
How far did he say the ship was from
120 feet. Eldritch Blast range.
Yes.
Just let him out on the board.
Goody, I can at least reach with that.
Yeah, we seem to be going fast. How did you say how high up in the air we are?
Right now, about 60 feet.
Okay.
Oh, dang. So we're raining down on
Yeah,
this
that's
other
cool.
boat.
Yeah, that's cool.
That has to be a glitch. How do I have the same amount of hit points for 3 characters? That shouldn't be right. Well, I'll deal with that later. Unless I had just really identical rolls for the 3 of them. All right. First up is Thüt.
It's me. Actually, I'm in a great spot considering what's going on.
Okay.
I'm going to use the turn because it's basically going to give me an extra surprise round in a way, since I get some ahead of everybody else. I won't need to reload till we come back around, so I think I will Eldritch Blast them.
Okay.
Good. I doubt to see anybody.
Are you
but
aiming for the ship? Or
yeah,
are you-
I mean, sure.
Okay.
Screw it.
Go ahead, make an attack.
I hope I hit the ship. Natural 1.
If you look a little bit closer, when you're
And
around me,
then-
things aren't that bad.
Right.
You get to re-roll.
Oh, what's that?
You get to re-roll natural ones because I have the halfling
You have
bountiful luck.
You have bountiful luck. Nice. Am I close enough to you for that?
If you guys want to, you can go ahead and lay yourselves out on the ship.
That's what
so you
we've
can
done.
find out- Oh, you-
I'm pretty sure you are. Where
I
is
just
it?
kind of half chucked it across the table since it's far away and they
I didn't write a
placed me.
range down, but I'll look it up while you're going.
Okay.
'Cause you get 2 beams.
I get 2 beams
don't you?
anyway, yeah. But it'd be nice to know.
Can somebody put this this brass-looking D20 where Braz would be to fire his ballista?
Is that in Xanathar's?
Bountiful luck? I think it is, yeah. Are those the 2 books that I brought too? Bountiful luck. 73.
I don't think there is a range if I wrote it down.
30 feet.
Oh, that is.
So yeah, I'm good enough.
I'll write that down. 30 feet.
But now you have to use it.
It's a reaction, yeah.
Right.
That's my reaction.
Okay. So then I'll have so then the first attack was a 14 plus 7, so 21. The second one is a 13.
Okay, the 21 hits.
Perfect.
That's
And
Brazine.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I was asked to do that.
Not listening to your DM, shame.
So it's 9 plus 4 because
So
of stuff.
13 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
I get to add my charisma modifier to my Eldritch Blast because
I get
rules.
to do that too. That's a fun invocation on my warlock that you haven't heard yet. Okay, so that was Thüt. All right. I want you all to make perception checks for me.
Nat
natural
20.
20.
12.
Plus 5. 25.
Plus 2.
You two see this guy does appear to be a drow, and he is sitting on the deck. There is a circle drawn around him, and he is doing something. You don't see jack shit.
All right.
Okay.
You see the drow down there. He's doing something in that circle.
Huh?
Hit him.
Who? You're aiming.
Welby, you're up.
Fuck that drow. I'm going to try to aim at him with the ballista instead of the ship. I know that'll be harder.
All right. Who's your aim partner?
Brazine.
The
I said he
D20.
loaded with a
Right.
surprise round.
Right. I
so-
just wanted to remember.
12. You said it was plus 6, right?
Yep.
12.
Yeah. This bolt goes way off to the side.
As it's hooking around, I'm going to ask Forsetter if he can't help bring it back the
I'll
other
give you
way.
an advantage roll.
I'll use my luck, the regular luck. Now it's 19.
Okay. Hang on. What's half cover?
Half
It's on
cover.
that sheet there. I don't know.
I think it adds
Plus
5.
4, 5. Yeah.
It is on your screen.
Yeah, okay, there it is. Half cover plus 2.
Plus
Oh,
2.
it's only 2.
That hits.
Yes.
3/4 covered must be 5.
Is it still 3d10?
Correct.
It hit, so you hit a person?
Ooh. That's 26.
Not bad.
Not
It's
bad.
not bad.
If he's concentrating on something, good luck.
You fucking pin his ass to the deck.
It's like Half-Life 2.
We'll mark that luck, and I will thank Forsetter as I feel like I'm attempting to
Y'all
avenge.
come back now here.
As I feel like I tried to avenge Talia. And that's it then. I'm
That's it.
going to hang out where I am, I suppose.
All right. Maryna, you're up.
Did you reload the ballista?
I did that on my surprise round.
Okay. Re-aim, I
Okay.
guess.
You can fire at the end of the turn.
Okay. So I can fire now?
Sure.
Pew.
With there being a 2-man crew per thing, I'm fudging it a little bit to where you can aim and fire in one turn.
Do I see anybody else on ship, or I'm just...
With a nat 20, yeah, you saw the other guy at the helm.
Okay. I'm just aiming at the ship, I guess.
Okay.
Well, I had aimed for the drow, but he's gone now.
Pin him again.
By the way, the guy at the wheel also is a drow.
Oh,
There were 2 drow.
Back at the
Well,
wheel.
that guy with the magic circle looks scary.
Nat 20.
Okay. Again, he has half cover. Let me check.
You want some
Nope,
D10s?
yeah, you hit.
You want some D10s?
I have some.
Yeah, but you get to roll 6 of them now. You want 3
Sure.
more? Just,
I'll roll 6 sixes.
just count the first digit on that.
Yes, I know. I'll
Okay.
aim for 6 more or 3
Oh, you
more
want
sixes.
another one? Oh, you
Okay,
you rolled
I had 4 less than last time, but that's... Shoot, math. 6 times 3 is 18,
Okay.
plus another 6, 20,
4.
plus 8.
24 plus 8, 32.
32.
Okay.
Damn.
I am going to actually have that impact the hull as well because these guys had like 10 hit points each. So
Yay!
you've officially wiped out enemy number 1 and done some ship damage. So we'll say 2.
And the ship is now spinning in circles.
So
Ballistas are my new favorites.
when you fire,
All right, let's put the map
the
away.
bolt comes streaking down, goes through him, through the wheel, snaps the wheel off the top of the deck, and they both clatter down across the front of the deck. And yeah,
I guess we caught them.
that was a ship battle.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. So the captain starts to he pushes his lever down, and the thing slowly starts to. It
I was
doesn't go
going to say
down
the other
immediately.
captain starts crying.
Captain Perici. It doesn't go like straight 90-degree down, but he does a slow, lazy arc to bring the ship down to the water, especially when you guys get close to the water. He levels it out quite a bit, and then finally the ship is back in the water. Perici pulls around to the ship, and you guys are alongside the enemy vessel.
How close?
Close enough to board if you wanted to.
I
I'm looking first.
Looking.
Yeah, I'm
Looking
not.
at what? What are we looking
Oh
at?
wait, no.
People.
Are we,
Scan
are
the
we
deck of
in?
the
Are we in
ship.
initiative? Sorry.
We are still technically in
Okay.
initiative.
Okay.
Well, yes, we are still in initiative.
What
10.
what can we see anyway? I guess that's what
I'm looking for people, and I see no people. I'm assuming
You
with
see
a
no
10.
people.
Okay.
Does anybody else want to roll for people?
Anybody else want to roll
Yeah,
for
I wanna
anything
look.
else?
I mean, it's a 24.
Roll another Arcana check for me.
Okay. $14.
Josh, what was your?
I didn't.
You
That's
didn't?
a 4 plus 10.
Okay. So with the perception check, and Arcana check, the circle is glowing.
Oh, it's still there.
Yes.
You need a sacrifice. Damn it.
It should have had one.
Problem.
No, I mean, with that guy, he should have been it.
It did have one.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's the problem.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a joke or a scary
Are
thing.
we boarding the enemy ship? What are we doing?
I'm
Based
not
on his
fast.
demonic grin, I'm thinking that was a bad thing.
I mean, where are we in the initiative order? I thought we were only on 9.
Yeah, it's all good guys. So
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay. I'm bored. Screw
Okay.
that crap.
anybody else going to follow through?
Screaming, bloody
Distantly
murder.
behind.
And like with my great axe.
You don't even bother
and I'm
to put the
gonna
gangplank
attack the
down.
circle.
You just leap over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Grabbing that along the way, like fucking Avengers style.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
do it.
All right.
By myself.
Make an attack
Like
roll.
always.
Make an attack roll.
Left me to sleep. What I don't even know what I'm attacking. 15. I'm attacking the floor,
Yep,
I guess.
that's going to hit wood.
Woo-ha!
It matches wood's AC. So yeah.
Perfect. I hit it.
All right.
And
Roll-
actually, because it's my
Roll wood
I get
damage.
2 because it's my packed weapon.
Yeah.
So it's even better. Natural 20.
It's going to end up below the deck.
It's
That's what he was trying to do on the other ship.
So I get 3 D12s that I get to roll.
You need another?
Don't even know if I have 1. Where's my D12? It's this one.
I got 2.
Perfect. And then I get to only double dice here, so it'll be plus 12 to whatever I tell you.
Okay.
Okay. So that's 6 and 18. So 24 plus 12, 36.
36.
Floor damage. Or rune damage or whatever.
Oh, you're attacking in the circle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm attacking the glowing circle.
That sounds safe.
It's fine. Supernatural taught me if you break the circle. I knew these guys called the Winchesters one time, see?
Okay.
I mean the Finchesters.
Right. The
Yeah,
Finchesters.
the Finchestersons.
Thüt,
Her dad was a dick.
make one more perception check for me and roll high.
No guarantees. Hey, 17.
Not high enough. Okay. You absolutely fucking destroy this deck.
Yeah.
The planks, 2 or 3 planks splinter and cave in.
Yeah.
You haven't fallen through,
Yet.
but the circle is definitely destroyed.
Is it glowing still?
No.
Great.
I'm just standing kind of near the gangplank with my mouth open.
I don't have the movement left, so I'm not going to do anything else. I'm done.
I feel like I have to roll a perception check here.
Would you like to?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay.
14.
14.
I'm still looking at Thüt's muscles.
You're good.
Okay. 30 seconds goes by. A minute goes by. 2 minutes goes by.
What are you doing, Thüt?
I'm wrecking shit.
Still-
If this amount of time's going by, I'm wrecking stuff.
Nobody's
Okay.
come up.
Nobody's come
I'm
up.
going to take the wheel that's fallen off now,
Okay.
use it to smash into whatever downstairs or whatever there is, just so they know that I'm their captain now.
Okay.
Like,
You're going to smash their downstairs.
Should we tie
Got
a
it.
rope to him in case the
Smash
ship
their
sinks?
downstairs. That showed him who's boss.
fine.
I think so.
Weird.
I'll
Okay,
restate
so,
that. Should we tie a rope to him in case the ship sinks?
The ship does have some holes in it. It doesn't appear to be in any.
Just in case it sinks.
What's the rest of our crew doing? Are they doing anything?
The captain is staying at the wheel because he has to keep the ship sort of where it is. Tracy is up in the crow's nest. She has an arrow knocked next to her face, and Brazine is actually following Thüt.
Okay.
Kind of takes his time. He
Smash
doesn't
Brothers.
leap, but he does get a gangplank, lay it down, and as he crosses over, you can see. And
I cast guide. I touch him as he walks.
comes back up as he gets over to the other side. And
I cast it on the plank.
Doesn't make it saving throw.
guidance on the plank. Okay.
After seeing that nothing else is happening, Maryna will cross over too, cautiously.
Okay. And as you do, Tracy screams.
We hope you've enjoyed our date night together. Remember, you can really help us out by subscribing, rating, and reviewing on whatever platform you use to listen to us. Thanks for listening. We'll see you again next week.